Hi guys. So this is an addendum to the video I did yesterday because I forgot to include something pretty important. So in just general tips and encouragement for brain tanning furs, the last really important tip I forgot is just to resist the urge to make your dressing, your emulsified fat dressing, too strong, too thick, which would be if you're using brains or egg yolks or whatever you're using, to use too much egg yolk and very little water so that your dressing is thick. I have done that. Like I continue to fall into that trap to this day, especially in combination tanning. Sometimes my brain flies out the window and I do that. Because I think unconsciously a part of me is like, oh, if a little bit of dressing is good, if a little bit of emulsified fats are good, then more is better, right? And it's not the case with tanning at all. There's something to where if your dressing is too thick and you smear it on your hide if it's brain tan and you soften it, it's like it doesn't really penetrate into the skin fibers. It more just lays on top of them, on top of the skin fibers, on top of the hide, and creates this sticky film on top of the hide. And it has a sticky, tacky texture that's very unique. It's horrible. It's different than a greasy feeling. It's just a tacky, it's weird. It's really weird. And I've done that once to a whole deer hide combination tan. I was just like, oh, it's nice, but I want it to be even fluffier, so I'm going to add some emulsified fats. And I just gunked up the whole deer hide, and I had to wash the whole thing in soap and water afterwards, which is a terrible ordeal. So don't do that. Don't fall into that trap. Yeah, like I said, like I usually do, if it's a chicken egg, like 1 chicken egg yolk and 1/2 cup of water. And the consistency really should be more like milk, not like anything thick or pasty. And if you've done any brain tan buckskins, like, and made the dressing for that, it should be that same consistency, right? Where it's thick. No, it's not thick. It's watery. It's like milk. I always have to check Matt Richards' book every time I do buckskin measurements. But I think he does a dozen chicken eggs and a 1/2 gallon of water. I always have to double check. Is it a 1/2 gallon or a gallon? I think it's a 1/2 gallon, which is actually quite watery, very watery. So yeah, that's it. So, main important tips to remember for brain tanning furs: dry the furs first. I always dry them first. Membrane very thoroughly. Like a membrane when they're fresh, membrane when they're dry, just membrane at every opportunity. Get all that membrane off that you can before you dress it. Don't make your dressing too thick. Dress and soften twice if you're hoping for garment quality softness. And that's it. Take some loony pills so that you don't lose your mind. Not literal pills, but yeah, that's all I got. Happy tanning. Bye, guys.